Hi, it's Mike Flannery from Redwood Partners. I'm down at Omar's in the West Village. We're doing our series called Leaders on the Move. Manhattan, from downtown to the Village, all the way up to Bryant Park, is loaded with fabulous companies from around the world. New York City represents every diverse vertical of business on the entire planet. We're going to talk to great board members, CEOs, operators, huge positions in the most important companies in the world. People that are changing the landscape of business, and we're going to listen to the lessons that these people have learned and how they've evolved to become the leaders that they are today. What do you think about the climate out there when it comes to diversity? Women as CEOs and board members. You know, we concentrate on it from a human capital side. We place a lot of, women as board members. What do you see in the valley between New York and changes for the good that are going on there?
Well, the reality is we have so much work to do on starting with just gender equality, let alone all the forms of diversity that we could talk about with ethnicity and socioeconomic and so on, sexual orientation, et cetera. But if I focus on gender equality for a moment, every industry is not at all where they need to be. That is from government to nonprofits, to every vertical that you look at. And technology is no exception. And it is something that, at Facebook we take very, very seriously. Approximately a third of our company are women. In our view, eventually we'd love to have 50-50 representation at the leadership level. We're not there yet.
But a third's good. I didn't think it would be that high.
Yeah, we're close to a third at Facebook. Where we're not as good, but this is an industry-wide issue, is on the technology and engineering side. And that is a funnel problem starting at a young age where less girls are going into STEM and computer science than the demand calls for. Right. And you probably know there's a couple of million unfilled jobs because we don't actually have humans to fill those jobs. And so we've got to actually start at a lower funnel in order to work through that and get more sort of supply into the system. For me personally, the way I think about it is, number one, at Facebook, we have disclosed our diversity numbers, so we're very transparent about that, which means we're tracking it, we're paying attention, and we're consciously working on it. We are working on, as we interview candidates, so let's say I had an open position on my team. If I don't see a diverse slate of candidates come in as finalists, I will send everybody back to the drawing board.
Excellent. And
say, come back when you have found me a diverse slate to look at. So that's another conscious thing that we're doing.
Concentrate on it.
Exactly. And the third thing is we've tried to make it less of a women's issue and more of a people issue with the same maternity and paternity policies, because frankly, I believe women could advance faster if it wasn't all just about women's issues. So when a woman needs to leave and take maternity leave, then sometimes they feel disadvantaged in how their career progresses. Well, if equal numbers of men are taking paternity leave, then it no longer becomes a stigma for women. So we very much encourage equal, male-female parental leave, and I think that's made a very big difference. I actually think, having said all of that and knowing how much work we have to do, I think there's never been a better time to be a woman in business,
right?
Ever. Why? Because I think companies realize it is going to be a competitive advantage to have a diverse, slate of people in their boardroom, at their C-suite, and throughout their company. There is going to be, if we actually get 50% of the population functioning and performing at the levels we need, we're going to have increases to GDP in virtually every country around the world. I think we're going to make better decisions in companies and in government. And so I actually see that as a world of opportunity for women. And we need more people like yourself, and you already do this. We need more of you advocating to CEOs and boards as you're thinking about these decisions. Be conscious about it. Look for diversity. I love what Trudeau did in Canada, right? He didn't have to come in and make half of his cabinet women. No one told him he had to do that.
Right.
But it was almost like, well, why wouldn't I do it?
Right. Why wouldn't it be that way naturally?
Why wouldn't it be? And it's, we need more progressive thinking to get there. But I will tell you, I think we are on a path, and as long as executives stay committed to this, it's without question the right thing to do for business.